What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to make your own alcohol inks. Now, one that I have already made is called, it's reading it backwards, I'm sorry. It's called Sangria. So those of you who know what Sangria is, you can kind of see the color right there. So, let's just get to it. What I'm going to make is one called Fire in the Hole. So what I do is I take one of these little bitty bottles. You can get these at Walmart for like 97 cents. They make great little dropper bottles. So whenever you're doing a tumbler, you just kind of little bit, and you're going to, of course, need some 91% alcohol, and the main ingredient, believe it or not, a Sharpie. That's right. Now, this stuff that I seen while I'm explaining this to you, I'm going to take this. You can peel that off there too, by the way, because you can put your own label on, which is what I have made right here. I've made my own label, G&C Alcohol Ink, and I spelled ink I-N-C, kind of like incorporated, but it means ink, like alcohol ink. So, anyways, this video of showing you how to make your own alcohol inks is not my creation. Okay, I'm not going to take credit for this. I always give credit where credit is due. I don't remember the individual's name, but this person was showing, you know, how you can actually save money for those of you who are getting into cup turning and doing custom tumblers or cups or whatever it is your preference is in doing. I've been watching quite a few videos, quite a lot really, and there's all kinds of ways to save money. You don't have to go spend a whole lot. Probably the most you're gonna probably spend is 20 bucks, and that's for a tumbler, depending on what you get. Really, you can spend $5, $10, you know, 15, 20, 25, 30, whatever. Just it depends on what you get, or if you like the big name brand tumblers that are, you know, like 30, 40 bucks and everything. It's preference. So there's nothing wrong with deciding what tumbler you want. So okay, so the first thing I want to show you is, sorry, dropping my stuff here. When you're doing, you know, a certain color or whatnot, and these caps aren't always, you know, the color that you want. So you got to find a color that's going to go with Fire in the Hole. So we go over here, we take our marker, and we find something that's going to match. Hey, this might be good. Fiery orange, Fire in the Hole. How convenient. So, oops, I guess we need the lid first. That's kind of a uh-oh. And you can paint your lids if you want. You don't have to, but I do just because. So I'm going to set my lid right there. Set this off to the side. Take the cap off this. So again, we're using fiery orange for our color called Fire in the Hole. Sorry if this gets a little shaky. I'm sorry. I'm holding the camera with one hand, and let's make sure it comes out all right. Not bad. Okay. So I'm just gonna squirt, 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 squirt. It's probably not the color I'm looking for, but you get the gist. Now, when you're making your own alcohol inks, with this 3-ounce bottle, you don't want to fill it all the way up. You got to realize how much you're going to get out of this. So, because whenever you use it on a cup, tumbler, what have you, you're going to want the ink to really show up. So what I do is take this, and we're only going to do this about 3/4 of the way. Probably about right about there. Okay, maybe a little more. All right, so now here comes the, well, not really the fun part, but we take our alcohol and we dump it into the paper cup. Make sure we get it all in there. It doesn't really matter anyhow. Now here comes the fun part. Okay, kids, you'll love this. You know how kids like to really get into their crafts and making stuff and making messes. It's just so fun to get into. Okay, so here's what we do. I use powder-free clear. Okay, powder-free for vinyl gloves. Because most people are allergic to like rubber gloves and all that and everything. So just to save face for everybody, get the vinyl gloves. They're a lot easier to put on and take off and everything, and they still do the job they do. So now with these particular ones, because there's another type of Sharpie that I use also, and we just simply take the back cap off. Now sometimes these little boogers, they slide out, and sometimes they don't. So you gotta have a little help. So I just take a little piece of wire, get it in there, whee, and pull it out of there. Then you can put your cap back on, because this you're going to need again. So now you take an X-Acto knife, and because see, this stuff is wrapped in plastic, so you're gonna need to cut the plastic off, or at least to where you can get to the stuff that's in it. Again, we're making what I like to call fire in the hole. It's like a fiery orange. So this is what it looks like. So now you're just going to pull this stuff out of here. It's kind of like cotton, like threaded stuff. So pull that out of there, and then you can just take and throw that away. Dump that in there. See, take your pen, and you mix it up really, really, really good. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but make sure you get it mixed up really, really, really good, to where it almost looks thick, but it's not, because you're going to want all the color you can get out of this. Now we're done with that part, and we can toss this away. Then you reach inside, which is more fun, and see how it's dripping? You got to squeeze this. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Again, you want to get all the color out of it that you want, that you can. Like so. Okay? Until you just have this colored piece of cotton. And then you can just throw that away. Now, this is a little messy. With ease and careful, pour this into your bottle. And yes, it's going to look orange, but trust me, folks. Whee! You want your cup? Throw your cup away. Then you just take your gloves off. Always start, because you don't want to go up here and go, because then you get it all over your hands. So just start back here at the back of the glove. And any of you people who are like EMT, medical technicians, all that and everything, you'll know about how taking your gloves off a certain way so you don't get contamination on your hands. So anyways, we know that our cap for this has got to dry. So we're going to go ahead and take this sangria that we did, and this is the cap for it. Whoops. Place our cap on. So what I have to do now is I have to apply my decal. Now with these decals, they're paper decals, so I've had to actually get some Gorilla Tape, because the paper decal likes to kind of peel up on the edges, so I've had to get some tape to kind of, whenever I put it down, to kind of hold the rest of it down. So sometimes these are a pain in the butt to There we go. Now, when you're laying a decal down on a little thin bottle like this, just, I mean, if you want to put decals on your own alcohol inks, that's fine. Just like that. You start in the middle and go around the edge. Woo! Like so. And the cap is still a little sticky. So there you have it. Making your own alcohol inks with Sharpies and alcohol. So, like I say, just again, a little tip for everybody. I know somebody like, why didn't you fill it all the way up? Well, because, again, like I had said earlier, that you want your alcohol to look really thick. See, when you shake it up, see how thick that looks? You see, when you put it on a cup, a tumbler, or whatever art you're doing, you want to make sure that that's the color you want to show up. So, let me flip this over and I'll show you. So, when you put this on, I know it's going to look different under light, but trust me. Ding. Whoops, there we go. There, see? Sangria. So, but yeah, okay, see how this looks like it's peeling up already? But I'm not going to show you how to do that. So anyways, but yeah, always make sure when you're like this is a 3-ounce bottle, so I only went 3/4 of the way. I didn't go half, or I went, I'm sorry, about 1/4 of the way, almost a little over 1/4. But you want your alcohol to look pretty thick, just like this one here. See that's pretty thick right there, because you're only going to get so much out of these. But I can almost guarantee you that this amount, you think, well, that's not very much. You go through that pretty quick. No, because when you're doing art like that, you're using drops, and you'd be surprised how many drops you can get out of that bottle. And if that's the case, you can go get more Sharpies. I bought this. There was 48, and so I got all kinds of cool colors to make. There's some bright yellows, some hot pinks, and some other oranges and blues. So I'm gonna have a good time making. And you can get these for like 17 bucks at Walmart. That's if you want to spend that kind of money to get those, or you can just buy little packages of Sharpies or whatever your brand is you like to make. So, anyways, but that's it, folks. That's how you make your own alcohol ink. Save yourself some money. I guarantee you're gonna only spend 25 bucks, and you can make 10 or 20 or 30 or even 50 alcohol inks just by spending maybe 20 bucks at the most, and you've saved yourself so much money. So there you go, folks. I'll try to make some more videos on different ways you can do other alcohol inks, and because there's also some paint that you can use to make alcohol inks, but I'll show that to you in another video. So have fun with that, guys, and check it out.